Hello, welcome to my channel. In today's lesson of A1 level English, we are going to learn vocabulary on family members. So let's start. First of all, let's see the nuclear family. Nuclear family is a small family where your parents, etc. And your parents, first of all. Your parents are your mother and your father. Your mother and father has got children, it's you, for example, and you, if you have children, your children are your sons and daughters. If your child is a boy, it's a son, and if your child is a girl, it's a daughter. Your parents might have other children. Your parents might have daughter and son. Your parents' children are your sisters and brothers. So if your parents' children are girls, they are your sisters. If they are boys, they are your brothers. Your mother and your father might get divorced. If they got divorced, your mother's second husband is your stepfather, and your father's second wife is your stepmother. Your stepfather might have a child from his first marriage, and your stepmother might have child from her first marriage. They are called stepsister or stepbrother. So, if your stepfather's child is from his first marriage, it's your step brother and stepsister. If your mother's child from this new marriage, so if your stepmother's child is from your father, then you call it half brother and half sister. So that child has got some relation with you. If that child has no relation with you, we call it stepsister or stepbrother. If that child has relation with you, if that child is born by your mother or has a blood relationship with your father, that child is called half brother or half sister for you. So next, your parents might have parents. They are called your grandparents or grandmother and grandfather. Your grandmother and grandfather might have parents. They are called great grandfather and great grandmother. In English, you can go on as many times as you want. So your great grandfather's father is great great grandfather. Your great great grandfather's father is your great 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 grandfather. Your grandmother and your grandfather might have other children. So your your grandparents' children are your aunts and uncles. Aunts and uncles. Your father's, in other words, your father's brother is your uncle. Your father's mother is your aunt. Your mother's sister is your aunt. Your mother's brother is your uncle. They might have children as well, and their children are your cousins. Your uncle's son is your cousin. Your aunt's son is your cousin. Your aunt's daughter is your cousin. Your uncle's daughter is also your cousin. And now, if your sister or your brother have children, they are your nephews and nieces. If your brother's child is a boy, it's nephew. If it's a girl, it's niece. If it's a boy, it's nephew. If it's a girl, it's niece. Your children's children, they are called your grandchildren or grandson and granddaughter. If it's a boy, grandson. If it's a girl, we call it granddaughter. And now, relationships from the marriage. If you are a man, you have a wife. If you are a woman, you have a husband. Your wife's mother and father are your mother-in-law and father-in-law. And your wife's brother or sister is your brother-in-law or sister-in-law. Your son's wife is your daughter-in-law, and your daughter's husband is your son-in-law. So let's see again. If you are a man and you have a wife, your wife's parents are your mother-in-law and father-in-law, father-in-law and mother-in-law. And if your wife has got brother, that brother is your brother-in-law. If your wife has got a sister, her sister is your sister-in-law. If your children are married, your son's wife is your daughter-in-law, and your daughter, if she's married, her husband is your son-in-law. So that's it for today. Thanks a lot for watching. See you next time on the next A1 English lesson. Thanks for watching.